Coming up, it's my birthday and we'll look back if I want to. Celebrate with me as we look back at some of my favorite places we've been, technology we've experienced, professional athletes we've worked with, and animals we've rescued. Plus, the latest on COVID-19, a blueberry smoothie, and cake. It's all today on SoFlo Health.
Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie and I'm in such a good mood because today is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. We are going to spend this episode celebrating, like many of you throughout the coronavirus pandemic, at home, alone. But that's okay because you're with us and we're going to look back at some of my favorite segments we've done throughout the years of SoFlo Health. If you're just joining us in the last few months, you may not know that we've done a lot of cool stuff. I mean, a lot. We've met great people, we've gone to incredible places, and we've shown South Florida in a way that we like to think is fun, healthy, and so much more. So before we get to all of the good stuff and the fun stuff, let's talk about some important information regarding COVID-19. Miami-Dade and Broward counties were recently allowed to enter Phase 2 of the Plan for Florida's Recovery. You may remember this phase from the first time we entered it a few months ago before the surge of cases that took us back to Phase 1. We're back, and it may feel a little different this time around. As of this recording, Miami-Dade and Broward counties are still working out the details as to what they'll allow from Phase 2. After all, Phase 2 allows everything from schools to reopen, increased capacity from gyms to libraries, entertainment venues such as movie theaters can reopen, and many other more normal activities. Because of our population density, we'll almost certainly have a modified version of this plan. You can see all of the details on flgov.com/COVID-19. Whether you're taking a trip to other parts of Florida or you're staying home and staying safe, it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with Phase 2. Local10.com, miamidade.gov, and broward.org have your local updates. It's also a good idea to take some advice from the CDC on what you can do to live more of a normal life. Not new normal, just normal. Of course, the CDC recommends you stay home and stay safe as much as possible, but they also understand that you're humans that will go out inevitably. That's why they created a section of their website with advice on all sorts of daily activities, from going to school, to nail salons, having small gatherings, or even visiting your doctor. Here are a few precautions you can take no matter what you're doing. Socially distance by standing 6 feet away from others. Wear a mask when unable to socially distance or when required. Bring hand sanitizer. Have a plan of where you're going and what you'll do. Minimize extra stops or contact with others. Bring extra masks, tissues, and hand sanitizer. Typically, I use a reusable mask as to not create more waste, but I do keep a package of single-use masks in my car in the event I forget. Side note, I cut the loops on a single-use mask when I dispose of it, just like I would a 6-pack can of soda. If you have to sneeze or cough, make sure you practice proper etiquette by doing so into the crook of your elbow. It's also a good idea to avoid sharing with others, especially if they're not from your household, whether it be food, high-touch objects, or even your phone. However, if you must, you of course brought those extra supplies to sanitize, right? By now, we hope you know the deal. Just remember, it's all a game of risk. Some activities are riskier than others, and even the same activity can have varying levels of risk. Use your noodle, stay informed, and stay safe. The CDC website and your local websites are your friend.
That was great. For the next one.
Hey, whoa, bro, 6 feet.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get to the fun stuff. Staying healthy is usually a simple, low-tech endeavor. There's nothing complicated or technological about drinking enough water, eating the right foods, going for a walk every once in a while, getting some movement, sleeping well. You get it. However, here on SoFlo Health, every once in a while, we like to find ways that we can hack our health game to step it up a bit. Plus, I like technology, and it's my birthday, and I can do what I want to.
I love cool technology that helps us further understand our health. We once took a trip to Infinity Sports Institute in Wynwood where I had a full body scan that showed how much muscle and fat I have.
So Hunter, you're pretty healthy.
Yes.
You're a pretty lean individual. You actually have 18.3% body fat.
Now that seems really high to me because all my life I've done those little body scan things, whatever they are, you hold them.
Yeah.
I'm sure people at home have done it as well, and it's always said like 4 or 5%. So why is it saying 18%, and is that healthy?
You're actually in the top 90 percentile for individuals your age.
Wow.
The difference between what you usually use in a gym
Yeah.
is that has a margin of error of 5 to 20%. The Horizon A unit that you just got on is actually the most accurate piece of equipment that you can find.
Some health tech is really cool. Other health tech is just cold.
Take a big step up. Perfect. And here are some gloves for your hands.
Okay. So, Whitney, while I'm freezing over here,
Tell me.
tell me,
Okay.
what are the benefits of cryotherapy?
Cryo is excellent for athletes, for the muscle recovery, pain relief. It's excellent for anti-aging and has aesthetic benefits, collagen production, and it can even help moods. It increases endorphins, norepinephrine, dopamine.
It doesn't just look cool, it's cold. Let's see, negative 210 degrees. That seems normal, right?
Hands down, my favorite health tech is the kind that helps other people live a better life.
Behind me, Megan's setting up Sean to help him with the squat. It's a part of their neurological reengineering program, but I don't really know what's going on, so I'll let Megan explain it. So Megan, what's happening?
All right, so the Kaiser rack here is an air pneumatic system, and instead of adding on resistance, this assists with the whole standing up process.
Since I've been here, I've regained a lot of function in my core muscles, my leg muscles, and with this exercise in particular, I can get low on these squats and activate my glutes in ranges where I couldn't activate them in any other sort of environment. It takes a lot of focus for me to connect my mind to the muscles that have been paralyzed. It helps me both activate my muscles, but it also loosens up tight muscles and overall gives me better feeling in my whole body.
Up, hit it, up, 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 up. Good.
Stay right there. When SoFlo Health returns, we continue with the birthday celebrations of my favorite stories, including professional athletes like Olli Jokinen, Channing Crowder, the cutest animals you've ever seen, and even a blueberry smoothie.
Focusing on you from your team of experts at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, South Florida's only National Cancer Institute designated cancer center.
Welcome to the Dwoskin Proton Therapy Center at Sylvester, the only NCI-designated cancer center in Florida, where patients can now be treated with this advanced and extremely precise type of radiation.
The potential benefits of proton therapy are that we spare to a greater degree the surrounding normal tissues, the organs. The doses to the normal tissue are limited because of this ability of the proton beam to go a certain distance, stop, and deposit energy.
This is the single most important new piece of equipment that we have put on the Sylvester campus in order to treat our patients.
In the hands of Sylvester's team of experts, this cutting-edge equipment can be programmed to zero in on tumors. Radiation oncologists and medical physicists work together to design a patient's individualized treatment plan. Treatment with the targeted stream of high-speed protons is painless for the patient and is often delivered over the course of several weeks.
Patients with localized tumors, typically solid malignancies, tumors of the brain, of the head and neck, of the chest, of the abdomen, of the pelvis, will be great candidates for proton therapy.
Fortunately, places are beginning to open back up, but one of the things that you should still do during the pandemic, after the pandemic, and just for the rest of your life, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Simply get them wet, add some soap, turn off your water, and this is the fun part, we stay here for about 20 seconds, so make sure you get fingertips, tops of your hands, rinse them off, and keep watching SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and today is my birthday, so we're spending some time looking back at some of my favorite moments on SoFlo Health. And one of the perks of being on a TV show and being able to share it with you is that we get to meet a lot of really interesting people, and that includes professional athletes. If you think it'd be fun to hang out with them, well, you'd be right.
I love learning from the best.
This is the first time I've been on skates in a long time, but today, I'm gonna spend some time with some real Florida Panthers. Cool. And that's Olli Jokinen.
And being iced by the best. Former Miami Dolphin Channing Crowder likes to fish and share his advice to other former athletes.
I always tell kids, be great, don't be good. Outwork everybody. They're bigger, stronger, faster. You can outwork them still.
Yeah.
A lot of guys think, I was great at sports, now it's always downhill.
Right.
Go hit another mountaintop. You hit a mountaintop in sports, go find another mountaintop.
Life's not over.
Dwayne Wade's personal chef, Richard Ingram, fuels champions.
It really wasn't a thing of trying to cook healthier until I got to start to work with Dwayne. As the chef of a top-notch athlete, it is your responsibility to make sure that you provide that athlete with the food that's going to help him to be a 3-time NBA champion, you know?
I gave hockey another shot with the very patient Radek Dvorak.
Do you think you could help me out? Because I've never shot a hockey puck at a goal in my life.
We can try. At least we can try. Start leg and just follow through, sweep it.
Every once in a while, there comes a time in a man's life when he realizes, a little too late, he's standing on thin ice.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's the thing.
Bring it back.
Better. Now you're in the fall.
I'm on my feet, at least.
On your feet, at least.
I had more success with Olympic gold medalist Lindsay Shoup.
Go ahead and have a seat. So go ahead and put your feet in.
Okay.
Yep. You can grab the oar. So you go outside hand goes to the outside of the shaft, right?
Here.
And you can stay on what's called the square, where the blade will actually enter the water and be able to push. You want to make sure that you're pushing long. Outside arm hangs long. Then you can follow through with everything else.
Remember when I said I love learning from the best? It doesn't get much better than some health advice from the Magic Man.
What should they do to live their life to the best and stay healthy?
I think the main thing is first you start off with being active in some way. Like we're seeing all these seniors that are active today, they're having fun. Also have a healthy and positive attitude, about life. Do what you can do to stay active, whether that's walking, whether that's on a treadmill, a bike. And then last but not least, make sure that you surround yourself with other good people, positive people.
Over the last 2 years, we've covered the many health benefits of interacting with animals. They help lower your blood pressure, it helps lessen the effects of depression and loneliness. They're just a boon of health. They even get you off of the sofa sometimes to go for a walk, as I'm sure baby here will want to do pretty soon. Plus, they're just so cute.
Working with animals is one of my favorite things, especially animals being rehabilitated. Extra especially this moment.
The patient that I was just looking at is our osprey, and we want to make sure that he can do a certain number of laps without getting out of breath. There's one thing to be able to fly and another to have enough fitness to survive and do well in the wild. So right now my release coordinator is having him do multiple laps, because if we see that he does them really well without getting out of breath, he'll be ready to release today.
That's awesome. That's incredible. Look at that.
Yeah.
What a beautiful creature.
Turns out animals can be athletes too.
These dogs are loving and calm because of the way they've been treated. You can take this dog, put it in a home. Within a week or two, the dog is comfortable in its home, and you would never know it was a racer.
Broward County's Sea Turtle Conservation Program had us up and down the beach from sunrise to well beyond sunset.
Some of them are a little sleepier than others, but we've got one way over there. He's crawling his way. They won't force him into the ocean, but they'll give him a chance to go, and if they don't, they'll take him back for a little while and try again another time. But some of these guys sat here for a few minutes and then finally decided, it's my time, and they head out.
Since I was a child, I've loved visiting Flamingo Gardens, and since I've been an adult too.
All right, Mike, where are we now?
This is our Everglades Wildlife Sanctuary.
Okay.
And this is our manager right here.
This is the manager?
Yeah, this is the manager. He makes to check out everybody before you come in and make sure you're cool. It's 26,000 square feet. It's 26 feet tall, and it's designed with 5 ecosystems of the Everglades. We give home to permanently injured wildlife. So these are all Florida native animals. They all have an injury. And what's great is if they happen to have an offspring, their offspring is released back into the wild. And sometimes we can breed as many as 200 birds a year from this aviary.
Up. So whenever I'm doing this, basically what I'm trying to get him to do is I'm able to see his paws, I'm able to see the whole interior of his stomach stay up. And whenever he stays, as long as I feel like I've been able to check out everything, I'll give him a nice little click, and then he gets his food.
You don't want to miss the cake. Stay with us. We'll visit some of the coolest places we've ever been to, and we make a smoothie using avocado and blueberry. Welcome back to my home and welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, it's my birthday and we're looking back at some of my favorite stories that we've been able to share with you on SoFlo Health. We've already covered the animals that we love so much, the people that we love so much, and now it's time for the places. So pull up your Google Maps and follow along. Here we go.
Even if you're a South Florida native like me, you can enjoy the tourist life because there's just so much more to see.
And here we are on the very famous Ocean Drive where you can people watch by day, you can party by night, and feel like a character out of one of your favorite movies or TV shows because so many have been shot right here. Now, this is probably the best way to see South Beach on top of the big bus, having a lot of fun, taking in the fresh air, and of course, it's nice and cool this time of year.
From big bus to small boat, I'll never forget having a shark on the line and a buoy to boot.
Just keep doing what you can do. I think we're gonna have to pull up because of that buoy. Go up on the top, buddy. Stand up on the top. Reel, keep reeling. Always stay tight to your fish. There you go. Just stay right there. You're doing good. How you doing?
Oh my God, I'm so tired.
Up here?
This is the biggest workout I've had on this show.
Okay, easy. Just reel down a little. Stop right there. Okay. Now just lift gently. Look at that thing, nice. There he is, look at, there's your shark. There's your shark, buddy.
The city is beautiful, the ocean is stunning, and the Everglades is hot, yet incredible.
Hello there. What an awesome experience, am I right? Being out here in the Florida Everglades is amazing, and it's nothing like an airboat tour to do so. I mean, you can walk around on the edges, but there's nothing like being out here in the middle of nowhere with no civilization in sight with a great tour guide like Elvis. We see some beautiful nature. We get to just be in nature. Let's hit it, Elvis.
I love the different land and seascapes SoFlo has to offer. I also enjoy keeping them clean, as we did on this Key Biscayne adventure.
That's a piece of a boat?
No, this is probably part of a lighthouse.
Is it a lighthouse?
Or not a lighthouse.
Yeah, like a lifeguard stand. We're looking on the side here. This is from 2010 and Louisiana.
Kinder, Louisiana. There we go.
Not exactly what you hope to bring home from the beach, but certainly better us taking it back than leaving it here.
Right. We have a chair.
And with that, that's the SoFlo Health yacht. You see some mega yachts on the show, and you see some makeshift yachts on the show.
Yeah.
Throughout the coronavirus pandemic, we haven't been to as many of those interesting places that you just saw, but we have been home a lot. And about a week or two ago, we showed you how to make a smoothie that I use to replace a meal, but here's one that's just a treat. What we're going to do today is make an avocado blueberry smoothie. We're going to put all these delicious flavors together that are densely packed with nutrients. We have our fats, our proteins, and some carbohydrate in there. And we even have a little sweetener to add, and I'm going to tell you later how we're going to make syrup healthier. I'm choosing to use the coconut almond milk blend that I used the last time when I made the smoothie that I prefer to make. And that's going to be 1 cup. Next, we're going to add our yogurt. This is a cup of yogurt. This is going to be a great protein source. Next, we're going to add our avocado. This requires 1 ripe avocado. Don't worry about the little darker spots. That's just where it's starting to ripen up. Now, here's the great part about smoothies. You can hide things like spinach in them. You could use spinach, kale, whatever you like. This is 2 cups of spinach. And this is 1 cup of frozen blueberries. I usually use frozen fruits, and it's recommended to use frozen fruits for smoothies because it gives it that cold feel. If not, you're gonna have to add some ice. But if you have frozen fruit, it kind of takes ice out of the equation for you. Simply you just drop those in there, and be careful not to get this on you because it will stain. And last, but certainly not least, 100% grade A syrup. And remember, grade A doesn't necessarily mean that it's better, it's just the type of syrup. The important part here is this is 100% real syrup. This is straight out of a tree, and it's very sugary and sweet. And it's pretty much straight sugar, but it has some phenols because it's from a plant source. We've got avocado, we've got spinach, and we've got blueberries. Those all have fiber in them. Fiber with sugar in your body digests slower, and it lowers it on the glycemic index, so it's not going to be a sugar spike. It helps you digest it more smoothly throughout the day, if you will. Nice and thick. The recipe that I looked at online actually looked even more purple than this, but trust me, this tastes great. Talking about ED can be uncomfortable, especially for those going through it. Fortunately, we have Andrew of North Beach Medical Clinic who has some breakthrough treatments so you don't have to worry about injections and all of the other uncomfortable parts of dealing with ED. So Andrew, tell us about it.
This new treatment is called acoustic wave therapy. Now, what it does is it opens up and regrows blood vessels. So we're finally treating the root cause of the problem.
And how does the sound wave therapy improve the blood flow?
Well, it causes something called neovascularization, which is kind of similar to breaking down a muscle in the gym, building it up stronger, microinflammation. That's what we're doing to those blood vessels, is causing them to regrow, almost tricking the body into healing itself and getting more circulation.
And if somebody's listening right now and says, you know what, I'd like to give that a shot, how can they?
Go to northbeachmedicalclinic.com or call the number on your screen to set up an assessment with our doctor.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie. It's my birthday, and we celebrated in the best way that we know how. And that's taking a look back at some of my favorite stories of SoFlo Health throughout the last few years, because you've gone and done it. You've given me the best gift that you could possibly give me, and that's another year of the opportunity to bring you the best information to get and stay fit here in South Florida, to live a healthy lifestyle, to have fun, explore new places. Thank you so much. And it's time for my version of cake. Now, as always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloHealth.com or on YouTube.com and search for SoFlo Health. You can follow us using @SoFlo Health to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And until next week, it's goodbye and good health.
Next week on SoFlo Health, we go over what you can do to continue to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We'll meditate in this floating Zen space, learn how to put those carbs to good use, and how to care for our at-risk population's mental health according to Dr. Claudia Caprio. We'll see you then.
You think I can eat, do you?